He taped it at the Chicago Theater. It is available now. It just went up on Netflix. It's available now, and you should absolutely watch it. But Mulaney is phenomenal. John Mulaney, Comeback Kid, Netflix now. You enjoy.
Burrito?
Well, yeah, it's like a burrito. It's like a comedy burrito.
You could eat a burrito while watching a special and then really enjoy everything
Don't
going
get
on.
bummed that the special's going to end. Just enjoy the special as it's happening.
There you go.
What do you guys got on the Nerdist Community Corkboard? Let's go left to right. Katie?
I just want to plug Ian Carmel's new album, 9.2, on Pitchfork, because I love Ian. He did Meltdown last night, and he was hilarious, and people should check it out, especially if you don't know Ian. Listen to it, because he's great.
Great. Kyle, what do you got?
I got a guy named Thomas is throwing out his girlfriend Steph uprooted her whole life to move with him, and she is working on a new website as sort of something before she can get a job.
I read
to
this
not
email.
Go
It was
crazy.
a really sweet email.
Her thing is called Happy Mess Media, so HAPPIMESS MEDIA media, and it's really cool. And I love that they're figuring out a way to make positive changes when you have all sorts of crazy stuff going on in your life.
Excellent. Matt Myra, what do you want to promote?
We got a live show December 5th at the Ice House in Pasadena. Kevin Smith
Which
and I
podcast
will be
is
there.
that? There we go.
Talks about scrambled eggs. Just want to stress, you don't have to know Frasier or even like Frasier to come see us live.
But
we
cosplay for
rarely
Frasier
actually
is
talk about
encouraged.
Frasier.
Where'd you get lost, Kelly Carlin?
Like, how do I...
Kyle, show Kelly how to get out of here.
No worries.
Like, I know where I'm going.
Special guest from the intro, Kelly Carlin.
She'll be on a future episode of the podcast. So December 5th at the Ice House in Pasadena. Get tickets there. It's a fun little venue we're doing. And then 28th at the Brea Improv and the 31st at the Melrose Improv. See Smod Live. You can see all our dates there. Please come visit us.
They're coming again.
You just have to, of the combined 11 podcasts that Kevin and I are on, you just have to like one of them.
That's where they all
It's
meet in the
11,
middle.
really?
That's where they
Yeah.
all meet in the middle.
I do 5, he does 6.
Oy.
That's pretty spectacular.
Yep.
Good for you guys. This episode is Evan Peters, who is on American Horror Story Hotel, has been on American Horror Story for a while. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. on FX. He's also in X-Men Apocalypse. He plays a character you may have heard of called Quicksilver. He's in that as well. And Evan's a real nice guy.
They kill that character in the Avengers Age of Ultron?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how they're going to write around that.
Oh, boy.
This is separate.
What? I don't understand rights. I don't understand rights.
I literally have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Don't worry about it. Katie, sports! Sports! Fantasy sports! I hear the sports are calling.
Sure,
Talk
it can be
salad.
anything you want. That's the beauty of the song.
What's your favorite iteration of it?
As it was written
Oh, you like the
and
original.
recorded
Sure,
by
you're a purist.
Sir Kelsey Grammer.
Kyle, you're just in time for the end of the intro.
All right.
Here's Evan Peters, Nerds Podcast number 762. Katie.
Do it now.
No, you don't listen to Kyle. Kyle, tell her to roll the thing.
Just like to
roll the
thank
thing?
the Outback Steakhouse for sponsoring this.
The Outback Steakhouse is not sponsoring anything, Matt. Would you stop trying to force
They have
people
this.
on
They keep
to
having board
being a
meetings. We're
sponsor?
getting all these weird bumps from this podcast market.
Like to also thank the Olive Garden. Unlimited Pasta's ending soon.
They,
Get
do,
out
they
there.
don't. They're not sponsoring
Get
the
out
podcast
there,
right
get
now.
Your, get,
Matt's
they're
What
just
about
trying
the
to get-
breadstick sandwiches?
Is that
That's
a thing?
a thing.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
What?
They're trying to find all sorts of new uses for the breadsticks.
Oh, I'm so
You've
glad
seen
they're
the
sponsoring
commercials.
us. What an
They're
amazing
not
product.
sponsoring us at all. You're just
Olive
doing the-
Garden is upcycling, so if you can support upcycling, then I think you should support.
I like
the,
it.
Katie, roll
Olive
the thing
Garden.
before Matt tries
Thanks.
to pull every franchise restaurant chain.
Hey,
what about
into
Red Robin?
Sponsorship in the podcast.
Red Robin is not sponsoring us, but your neighborhood grill Applebee's sure is.
Oh, all right. I'm eating good in this
Lunch
neighborhood.
specials, guys, $9.99.
I want my baby back, baby back. Baby.
That's Chili's, also a sponsor.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Red, these are cushy mics. You can mash your face on them if you feel like. They're very soft.
Is there our version of holiday cups from Starbucks?
I like
Or
you
to
holding
just-
yours. Can I hold mine?
You can hold yours, yeah.
Absolutely.
You can hold your. It's actually better if you hold it. Actually, some
Is it
people,
really?
some people get back here and they go, "When I was young," and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't hear anything. So this is actually better.
This is great.
Yeah. This will fulfill every desire that you've ever had to be a morning radio DJ, which I'm sure.
DJ. Yeah.
What would your DJ name be? If you were a morning DJ, what would the format be, and what would your DJ name be?
DJ Skittles, and we'd probably talk about current events.
Perfect.
Well, I got some bad news for you, DJ Skittles. No one's listening.
Yes, they are.
Sad.
Listen, I think having a serious talk radio show by DJ Skittles is a fucking fantastic idea.
Well,
you.
I think it's a winner. And I like that it was kind of on the tip of your tongue, like right away. This is something you've been.
Oh, yeah, I dream about it all day.
I don't know if you remember this. I met you for a second at.
Yes.
Yes.
I do remember that.
At that party thingy.
Yes.
But it's always weird. Always feel weird coming up to people at parties and saying anything because I don't know. I just feel like everyone's kind of trying to survive that process anyway, and like,
Yeah.
hey, I do a podcast that you might be on, and it's like, what are you supposed to say to that? Okay, but you were very gracious.
Yeah, we tried to do this before,
Yes.
and then it didn't work out because of dates and working and everything, and then now it worked out. So
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're finally on. Are you
too.
are you shooting at the moment, or are you off?
Yes, I am shooting. Yeah,
You are.
We shoot till December 11th, I think. This
Oh,
year.
wow.
Yeah.
So, I had no idea it was so right on top of the airing schedule.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's catching up to us. Yeah.
Do you think those scripts are done?
What are we doing this week? I don't know. Grab that thing.
Right,
Run
yeah.
around the halls. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is how does each season feel for you? Is it do you approach it as like this is an entirely new thing, or does it all feel like a part of the same thing?
Oh, you know what? It feels. I mean, the stories are different and the characters are different, but we're still in the same boat. You know, the super last minute boat scrambling to get shit done. You know, everybody's screaming and crying and yelling, and you know, in the scenes and everything. It's all still a terrifying, you know, horrid show. So we're doing that, but it's a little bit different because we're different characters. And
I think it's probably
different
best
story.
that you're super rushed, so you don't have too much time to think about the dreadful things that are happening
exactly
on the program.
Yeah, you just dive in and
Just dive in here and think about. I still want to know what it kind of. I don't really understand what happened to you at the end of season 2.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out what happened.
I died.
But there was some alien thing. And
Oh, they never closed that book. They just kept it open. You know,
maybe
We'll figure it out.
the next season will be each episode is like here's a wrap up episode for each of the previous. To kind of see like check in what happened to everybody.
Well, it's FX,
Yeah.
right? So it's could be X-Files crossover. Huh?
Oh.
Mulder and Scully have to investigate this alien thing they never wrapped up.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Guys, I'm really
Scully.
just here to pitch bullshit.
Matt, that's not bullshit. I would watch the fuck out of that. Are you kidding me?
No problem. Anytime.
All right, good.
And then maybe Family Guy crossover too. They
All
do
right,
some
take it easy.
animated.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
take
just
it
trying
easy.
to get the
No.
thoughts
I
cohesion.
was on board a second ago, but you don't need to throw an animated family.
Well, then Mulder joins a fantasy football league with the league.
And then Louis has a crisis in the middle of it,
Yep, great.
while the Shield cops.
No, Shield. Oh, Shield. Yes,
Shield is FX.
I thought you were saying
Not
Agents of Shield, and I was
Shield.
like, "That's ABC. We can't do this."
No.
Okay, good.
Although technically Marvel and that you could do that. Like you could just appear in both.
Yes. No, I couldn't.
You could just Quicksilver it.
Contractually, they wouldn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, I feel like if you just
I
ask.
could never do
No, I'm
that.
I think if you
100%
just ask it, it'd be fine.
Fox will not allow that.
They would never let me do that.
Marvel might want to do it.
Fox will be like, no. I think you should just ask. I think it's
I'll
like
throw it out there. You know.
the meetings executives love to have the actors in on when they're making film decisions. We really want to hear what the actors think about how we should be directing these guys.
Well, guys, we're working on this scene, okay? Professor X seeks out Mulder. Okay, follow me. Done. Tony Stark is involved. All right, you're going to have to leave. I'm sorry.
How do you like doing genre stuff? I mean, is it something that you always wanted to do, or is it just sort of like, oh, well, this is sort of how it unfolded?
You mean like the horror genre?
I mean, horror and superhero and yeah.
No, I mean, listen. I really like special effects movies. I've always loved those movies as a kid. So being a part of the X-Men franchise has been amazing and kind of like a dream come true. But horror genre, I never really I was always freaked out by it, and like there's like cult classic horror movies and things like that. I always really admired those guys for getting into those movies. Like, what's that? The Santa one? There's a horror
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes, that one. I watched that with a buddy, and it was kind of hilarious and amazing. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. I wish I was one of those guys who like was really into these. That'd be awesome. And then I just got the job. I mean, I just was totally out of work and needed a job. So then I got the work, and then I just ended up falling in love with making horror and like all the blood and the scariness and the crying and all that stuff. I think it's really fun and challenging work, but also it makes you appreciate scary movies so much more. You look at the gags and you look at everything that's going on behind the scenes, like, oh shit, how did they do that? And it's really kind of it's opened up my eyes to the genre more, and I like Halloween more now and dressing up, and really appreciate people who go all out with the costumes and stuff.
That's good. American Horror Story is definitely artier than traditional slasher horror fiction.
Yeah, it's a little more glamorous, a little more. It's almost like it's more of a drama than with some scariness in there, right? I think, except for this season is really, I think, kind of taking it to another level of scary and bloody, and this is definitely for me the scariest season. This one and season 2, I think, were the scariest.
Do they let you guys know exactly where the arcs are all going to go? Because there's obviously a lot of different...
Nope. Not at all. You basically get 4 episodes before you start. You get to like figure out what you're doing. You get to get some backstory and figure it out. And then you're basically, just going through the story as you're given it. So you're kind of like, we're reading the scripts thinking, oh my God, what the hell happens next? Like, what do I have to do next? This is insane. So then you read it and realize that you're in a gangbang, with blood everywhere. And, oh shit.
As you do.
Yeah.
It dries too quick to be a great lubricant. But anyway.
Yeah,
it does. It totally does.
Yeah.
It's sticky.
Yeah.
I assume some of these themes will be explored in X-Men Apocalypse, I imagine, right? So big giant gangbang for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a fun...
The only thing that can stop Apocalypse is a gangbang. What? Leave the room. Sorry.
If you're Quicksilver, you could hit like 12 gangbangs in a span of 20 minutes.
Oh, no problem.
But I love the panel at Comic-Con this year, which I imagine was really overwhelming for all of you guys on the panel. But it was the largest panel that I'd ever seen.
It was massive. Yeah, it was. How many of us were there out there? I couldn't even count them all.
Everyone.
Like
all of everyone was out there. But it's really hard because when there's that many people on a panel, you want to be able to talk to everyone, but there's really only time for the most obvious...
Right.
What is it like being that character? It is great. Okay. Like, there's nothing you can really... Because there's like 30 people that have to talk.
Yeah.
So it's harder to go in depth. But is Comic-Con a complete blur for you, or do you get in and get out?
Yeah. We were working in Montreal, so they flew us in for that, and then we did it, and then I was there 1.5 days, and then flew out again. So I really don't get to enjoy it or walk around or anything. You just kind of get to go out there and, like you said, answer one question.
And get back on a plane.
Get back on a plane. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, I was at I performed it Just for Laughs this year, and the big news of the festival is like, there's X-Men people coming to the comedy shows during the festival.
Yeah, I tried to go. I was working. I couldn't go to it.
Oh man,
I know. Bullshit.
Come on.
Yeah.
How did you acclimate to Quebecois culture? Did you?
No. I can't. I was
and that's
trying.
the way they like it.
Yeah, I know. They don't like us if you don't speak French. It was hard, man. It's a beautiful city. It's a great party city, and it was the summer too. Like, because it's so damn cold there in the winter. Like, when it turns summer, everyone's just ripping off clothes and so happy and excited and drinking. And it's really
like
fun.
3-to-1 girls to men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really?
In Montreal, yeah.
I don't know. I don't notice those things anymore.
That's good, Chris.
Is it?
Married?
I'm getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And I wasn't saying that sarcastically. I genuinely don't notice those things anymore. Like, I just sort of...
Well, you don't leave the hotel or the venue.
I don't leave the hotel or the venue, no.
Well.
Because I don't really... I did go to the one party, though. But it just... Parties... Do you like...
I don't like those kind of parties. I like a little house party with things.
Yes!
Yeah.
Like a nice, small, controlled environment.
Right. Yeah, that's okay.
Like 1,000 people just smushed into a tiny space.
Scary. It's a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard.
Yeah.
It's a weird... But also, the only way you see anyone is it's almost like it creates this social turnstile where you're constantly like flipping and you
Right.
like you see and you come face to face. I think you and I said hi because we literally just sort of got smushed through the crowd face to face. Oh, hello.
It's teacups.
It is
Everyone's
kind
on a
of
teacup. And you just
Yeah,
go,
it is kind of teacups. But is it what goes through your head when you were at an event like that? Is it I can't wait to get home, or is it
What, Comic-Con?
no? Like when you're
at that
when you're in
event.
like a weird party where
Oh man, that one was what's the right amount to drink. You know, you don't want to get too sloppy, but you want to have a good time. And also, I like you were saying before, when you look across the room and you connect eyes with somebody that you know, and it's too hard to get over there. That's the worst part of the whole thing. I don't know. I don't really go to that many of those parties.
I never know what to say to people there because it there's nothing really. It's like, well, do you? If you don't, because you don't really, it's full of people that you don't know that well.
Yeah.
So it's weird to kind of get in depth for like, because you'll say like, oh, what are you doing?
Right.
But it's like, oh, I'm working. Okay. And then any more than that kind of feels like you're prying.
Right.
Tell me about your personal life. I don't really know you that well. Like it's such a strange.
And then you ask where you're from,
Right.
and then you get the answer, and you're like, all right,
That's a place.
sweet, yeah.
What's that
I've never
like?
been there, but cool.
Sounds good.
That's in an atlas.
And then you ask how long you've been out in L.A.
Yep.
You know, people say 10, 11 years. All right, yeah, me too. Somewhere around there.
Sure. It's been hot last couple days, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Real hot.
Jesus, when's it going to cool down? God.
Well, they got seasons over in New York. It's already. Oh, really? Yeah. Ever been to Portland? No. All right. Good to see you.
Good
yeah,
to see
you too.
man. Good luck on the 405.
Good luck on the.
Yeah.
I'm such a bad, awkward small talk. I really do respect the people who just show up and they just disappear and they leave and they don't try to.
Yeah.
They just make that exit. Like, oh, I thought that they were just here a second ago, but then they don't stick around.
the Irish goodbye.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was a French exit.
Oh my God, guys, that's anal sex.
Okay.
The Irish goodbye is when you leave a party without
Why
saying
would it
goodbye.
be an exit though?
It's the French exit is like enter. It's a weird thing. Don't worry about it.
I don't think so. I just want
You
to see
get
you
it.
try to justify your way out of that. I just want to see how you would make that make sense.
The French are filthy.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Keep talking. Keep talking about the thing you were talking about.
All right.
Don't worry about this.
At Matt Meyer on Twitter.
Yep. Enjoy
It's,
it.
2 T's, 1 R. We'll figure it out. Are you on social media at all?
I am. I'm just so fucking bad at it. Honestly, I'm terrible at it. I can't figure out what to write, what to post, what to put up. I'm just, I don't know. I just don't know how to do it.
And I think it's healthier that way, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you do it a lot? Do you?
Of course, yes. Everything I do is based around it, but it's even if it didn't involve work, I still would do it. But it really is. I've been sort of interested to talk to people and try to create some sort of a sliding scale of life happiness versus obsession with social media. And I feel like some of the people that I've talked to that aren't really involved in social media tend to be more like normal, well-adjusted people who seem to be kind of happy in general.
Yeah. You get your happiness not from likes, you get it from life.
From life.
Not from
I'm
life.
looking for life.
Get your happiness from life, not from likes.
Not from likes.
Yeah.
Aw, that's a good
great.
sentiment. That is a good
Total
sentiment.
bullshit, but
Well, it does make sense. It's just hard to apply because it's hard not to be,
obsessed with your likes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Need those likes.
Come on. Why do people like the last one more? What did that have?
Right.
How do I validate myself today?
Yeah.
But don't you find that this profession in particular, particularly acting, it's so difficult. I think just as humans, we need to try to find markers for how we validate am I doing the right thing? Is this good? Am I not? Am I advancing? It's so hard to tell because this particular business it's not linear in any way.
No.
So how do you know? How do you know if what you're doing, or do you think it matters at all?
I don't know, man. I guess if people say good job, if they're like, hey, man, that was really good. It was great. And you're like, okay, cool.
That's it. As long as you
Yeah.
keep working, I guess that's all.
That's the thing. If you're working, then that's good, And you got to check. Sometimes I check. You see what fans are writing at mentioned things, and you write back, hey, that's cool. I don't know, but that's kind of an impossible question to answer because you're right. You really never know if you're doing the right thing.
I guess maybe you just have to enjoy what you're doing while you're doing it. And someday when you're really old, you can look back and go, I guess I did a good job.
Yeah, that was okay.
I guess it was all right.
Yeah, I guess you know when everything's really shitty. Then you know that things were going well, I guess.
I guess so, but don't you think? I think that's what the danger is, though. Is if you're so used to putting out fires or scrambling to survive, will you recognize when things are good? Can you recognize when things are good, or is it always like, I gotta mess something up so I can fix it?
Yeah, more. I need more.
More. What? I don't know.
More of everything.
Just more.
More success.
More of everything. More of that. Give me more.
Yeah.
We are addicted to that stuff. But I think it's mostly to just distract ourselves from being alone in our own heads.
Sure.
Most of the time. Do you find that acting is a good outlet for stuff?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I also find it's a great distraction from my real life.
Yeah.
It's like when things are turning shitty, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go memorize those lines and try to work on this character and whatnot and sort of focus on
Be someone else.
I'm going to go be someone else because this sucks.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I try to do.
You're at a good age, too. 28's a good age.
Is it?
It's a nice age.
I want to be 30. I think.
That's really nice to hear.
Yeah, at 30, I always picture I always like, I'm going to be really happy at 30, I think. Just on the couch with a beer, girlfriend, watching TV. I'm fucking 30. I did it.
I think 30's a really good age.
Yeah.
Because 30 is the age. Thanks, Michelle. 30 is the age where I think you finally start to feel like, I don't think I'm a moron anymore. Like you have some life experience behind you. You've made some dumb mistakes in your 20s, and then 30 you start to feel like, all right, I think I can function as an adult.
Yeah, exactly. I'm mature now. I can make mature decisions, and people have to respect that because I've been around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an almost senior individual to the younger generation. Yeah. These goddamn kids, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're making dumb choices. What?
I'm 32, and let me tell you, it doesn't change.
Doesn't change.
Nope.
Fuck, I knew
You're
it.
fucked, bro.
I think it does change.
Okay, good.
You're very optimistic, and you're very pessimistic.
Well, Chris is
That's our life dynamic.
Chris is 39.
I'm
so
not 39.
He's approaching that age.
No,
cow.
I'm 40. I'll be 44 in 2 weeks.
Nice of you to admit that.
Holy
You look
shit.
great.
I don't mind admitting. It used to bother me, but it really doesn't anymore.
Do you feel healthy? Do you feel good?
I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life. I did not take care of myself in my 20s.
What about your 30s?
I started taking care of myself in my 30s. I had the foresight. I quit drinking when I was 31, and because I drank too much, and I had the foresight to go. I don't want to hit 50 or 55 and then go, I better turn this rusty bucket around. So actually, I started. It's exercising with some frequency and trying to make better choices, and I'm healthier now than Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. But I thought 40 would be really 40. I agonized over, and then after it passed, I was like, oh, that wasn't really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's really not that big of a deal. But 28's good. You're just kind of sliding. You're kind of sloughing off all that shit from your 20s.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're gonna figure it
so
out.
exciting though.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
You get to look forward to 30. It's good.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Do you see yourself acting as long as you possibly can, or do you think someday, I think I'll have had enough of that?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I really don't know. I'm just trying to get through the year, see what happens. I don't really know what's going to happen. I would like to direct and get behind the camera. I think that would be I think more difficult in other areas, but I think that it would be I would be much more suited to what I like to do, I think.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sit in a chair and tell people what to do. I'm really tired of having to go through all that stuff that, actors have to go through, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
in the scene, it's hard. It's not easy, doing all that shit, screaming, crying, all that stuff. And maybe it's just the show. Maybe I should get into comedy or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there is something to that.
yeah, that's probably part of it. But yeah, no, I would really like to be a director. I think at some point, I think that's kind of. I don't know. It's just an amazing thing. A filmmaker.
Yeah.
I
Call
think
your
that would
first
be-
movie The French Exit.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And
Is it a horror film? Or?
it's whatever you want it to be.
All right. I like that.
I mean, I think there is. First of all, I am always fascinated to talk to actors who take on intense roles, because I think what people who are just consumers seem to forget is that if you're an actor, your brain is really feeling those things to an extent.
Sure.
I mean, it's not obviously. You're not in a crazy haunted hotel, but
Right.
But
Yeah.
you are still forcing yourself to go through a wide variety of emotions that you still have to feel, and if some part of your brain doesn't know the difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
And so I completely understand why you would want to flip behind the camera and make other people do that.
Yeah, you
shit.
do that. Cry more, scream more.
Yeah, I know it's
You're
hard. I
more
did it a
pain.
long time too. Just shut the fuck up and do it.
Right.
That's why I think actors can make really great directors, is because part of your job will be how do you communicate your vision to a performer.
Right,
And you
absolutely.
seem to understand that. What types of directors do you what do you respond to the best in a director?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know how to answer that. What do you mean, like who's my favorite director? Or?
I mean, do you like a director who says, stand over there, do this exactly how I want you to, or do you go, hey, this is about what we want you to do, you go with it?
No, you got to be a little lenient, right? You got to give the actor freedom. But I also think that somebody with a vision, I think it's very important for somebody to have a whole vision of the whole project. That's their job, is to sort of mold you to fit the whole thing. Like you have a vague idea of what everybody else is doing, but you're more concerned with what you're doing. So someone who can guide you along without being too controlling, I think, is what I look for, and someone who can communicate to you without hurting your feelings, I guess. Sometimes some directors are a little more blunt.
Sure.
And they're like, that was shit, do it better.
What are you trying
Other
to say?
directors are like, let's try it this way. That was great, but let's do it this way. So
Why don't we do this less shitty?
yeah. Try not to suck as much.
Great, I feel totally open now to do exactly.
Yeah. So that's what that would be ideal.
Are you able to watch any of your own stuff?
The past years I have watched, and then I get pretty depressed about it sometimes. When I
I thought you were going to say pretty aroused. And
Pretty
I was like,
aroused,
oh,
yeah.
let's talk about that.
all the time. All the time. No, yeah. So this year I decided I've been watching the episodes that I'm not in, and if it's my scene, I fast forward through it. So at the end of the season, I think I'm gonna watch it and see what's going on. But I think you don't normally, when you're shooting a movie or something, watch it halfway through. So this is like we're still shooting it, and then I would be watching my work. So it's kind of weird. So I'm kind of just skipping over it until the end to watch it. I'm going to binge watch it.
You're going to binge watch it at the end.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of nice, because then you'll have some separation from it, and it won't be so...
It can't hurt me if I don't watch it. So
Very true.
yeah.
That's like when your dog is on the bed and he doesn't make eye contact with you. He's like, if I can't see you, you don't exist, so you cannot tell me to get off this bed.
Yeah.
It is. I like the shielding yourself, and I personally, if I were to act and stuff ever, I don't know if I'd be able to watch it.
Yeah.
I think it would
hard.
it would just sort of like, oh, they used that take. Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I didn't say that right.
Yeah. That happens a lot too.
But I guess ultimately you just have to let it go. I mean,
You can't go back. You can't.
So much of it seems to be not just good acting seems to be letting go, but also the overall business part of just letting all of that go.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared for the upcoming moment, and then you gotta live fully in the moment, and then you gotta know that you did your best and tried to work with what was around you, and then you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. You honestly can't do it any other way. Otherwise, you go insane because you keep trying to go back and change the past, and you're like, oh no, fuck.
Are you listening, George Lucas? Just let it go.
Probably not.
Yeah. You're right.
on.
You're right.
He's totally moved on.
Past
But he
it,
kept
man.
trying to go back.
Well, not anymore.
That's true.
Now someone else is going to go back.
Yep.
I'm very excited about that.
Do you have your tickets?
I
do.
I do.
You do?
Yep.
Damn it.
Yes.
I gotta get my tickets. It's probably sold out by now.
Some of the 10 o'clock screenings aren't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
They're
see. I
doing
can't see a
7 and
movie at
10.
10 o'clock. I fall asleep. It's too late.
Are you an early? You're an early sleeper.
Sometimes, but every time in a movie theater, if I see a movie at 10 o'clock or past 10 o'clock, I fall asleep. It just it's too cozy. It's too dark. It's too easy. It's too
I just watched a
agree.
movie at the
Yeah.
iPic Theater in Pasadena. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's like,
It's the super swanky one,
yeah, and everyone's got their own recliner, and it's just like,
and you can watch the movie
why
without
was
snoring.
it too fucking funny? It's too fucking comfortable to see a movie.
Yeah.
They give you blankets and a pillow.
Yeah.
Like they're encouraging you, and all the food on the menu and booze is just there to put you to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
No, I think you need to be forced to pay attention a little bit in a movie theater. Otherwise, you could just be in your living room.
I need a chair that's not so goddamn comfortable. I don't want to lie flat. Like, you can really recline the fuck out of those
I
chairs.
honestly don't blame you. Are you guys done? Are you completely done with Apocalypse at this point?
I think they are wrapped. Yeah, I think there might be some reshoots in February, but I haven't heard anything about that yet. Fingers crossed.
We
didn't get the entire orgy. We need you to come back.
We got to do it again.
Well, that's what I really like about the universe is. I loved Quicksilver and Days of Future Past. I thought you were such a great character. You did such a great job.
Thanks,
and
dude.
It was one of those like, oh, I really want to see more of that guy.
Yeah,
and then it was such a sliver. So I'm hoping.
I think, ironically, the character's so fast.
Yes, I understand that, Matt.
Okay.
In and
I
out.
just give you a little taste of...
But is there more? Are we seeing more of him in Apocalypse?
Yeah, he's in this one a bit more. Yeah, he doesn't just leave after the first act, I guess it was. Yeah. He's back. He's in it a good amount. He comes in kind of halfway through the film and then stays in for the rest of it. So, yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Me, St. Louis, Missouri.
Nice.
Yeah. Emo's Pizza.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
I've been to St. Louis a handful. I was just there actually. I was performing there not that long ago. But I'm familiar with St. Louis because my dad was a professional bowler, and the bowling museum used to be in St. Louis.
Oh my
It
God.
moved,
Wow.
but it used to be in St. Louis.
That's amazing.
Yeah, St. Louis is a fucking bowling
How did
town.
whatever town that got it wrestle it away from St. Louis? Must have been a hell of a fight to get
I'm
the
not even
Bowling
100%
Hall
sure
of Fame.
St. Louis knows it's missing.
I did not know there was a bowling league there.
That's the see.
Yeah.
You know what they did is they moved it to, I think it's in Texas somewhere, and I think it's a small part of another museum. Like I think it got absorbed by another sports museum.
Shotgun Museum.
I think it's I don't know if it's the Shotgun Museum, but
Whatever's cool, man.
It got absorbed.
Bull riding would be a good one in Texas.
I've been to bull riding.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, that would be a good, bull riding, and then you get the Bowling Hall of Fame.
I see a
Some
parallel.
crossover. Then the
I see some crossovers.
World
over
Series
there.
of Poker Hall of Fame should be right next to that.
So, when did you come to Los Angeles, or did you go to LA first? Did you go to New York first?
No. I went to LA first when I was 15? 15, yeah 2002, July. Yeah.
And it was specifically to pursue.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I got my dad got a job in Michigan the summer before, and so we moved up to Michigan, and I was just there bored out of my mind, and I always loved movies and TV and wanted to be an actor, so I kind of just got involved in it locally there just to see what would happen, and then a photographer put me on tape for a manager who was out in LA, and he liked the tape, so he said, if you want to come out and start auditioning for movies and TV and stuff and commercials, I was like, yeah. So I talked to my parents, and they were like, all right, we can go for it. And my whole feeling was like, if Dad can get a job and move us to Michigan, like, I can surely go to California and just be an actor. Like, if you can just uproot everybody and do that, like, I can uproot us and do that. That's for sure. It'll work out great. And so I just started, and we just took it a year at a time if I was booking stuff and if I still liked it. And I've just been doing it ever since, just been kind of getting involved with it and really liked it, really liked
good.
the whole acting aspect of it, I fell in love with that part of it, performing and making people laugh and just really getting into the scene. So that's kind of what I love to do and what I love about it. But
I'm actually surprised you don't do more comedy.
you know what, dude, I really need to talk to my agent about that.
Well, it's probably hard because you're on two large franchises right now.
Yeah, I'll try. You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do that. That'll be my goal for 2016 is to do more comedies and get more involved in that.
Because I think it's fun when people see someone in one respect and then they discover later on, oh, that person was actually like a comedy dude,
Vince Vaughn,
like Vince Vaughn,
right?
Yeah.
So
I think it's nice because I think it also insulates you. I think as long as you can do comedy, you can work forever. There's always comedy is, I feel like, ageless.
Yeah, that's very true. until you're not funny anymore.
That's the problem.
and then people don't call you anymore.
Then you do True Detective season 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince Vaughn.
You know, it's not his fault.
No.
You know, it's not his fault.
It's not.
You know, coming off of True Detective season 1, I'm sure if someone said, "Hey, do you want to be an?" Of course I would. Season 1 was great.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not his fault. It didn't work out as well.
Sure.
But I just think, you know, man, not everything you do is gonna knock it out of the park.
Oh, believe me, I know. I'm hitting bunt to first out
I don't know
every
what that
day.
means.
That's
I don't know what that
baseball
that's a
thing.
sports. Are you a sports guy at all?
Not really, no.
Yeah, me neither. I don't. Well, so will you please
Okay.
explain what that
Just
means?
Keep talking about bullshit. I'll be
Tell me,
over here.
bunt to first base. What does that mean?
It's like you're supposed to bunt the opposite side of whatever
what
the
a bunt
runner
is.
is. It's a long
I know what a
story.
bunt is, but I don't understand the strategy.
What I'm
But
saying is...
I'm trying to understand your
What
metaphor.
I'm saying is whenever I hit the ball, I'm not hitting home runs. I'm hitting...
Bunts
Well, why
to
are you
first-
I
aiming
bunts
the
to
bat
first
like
base.
that?
It's just my fault, really. I just think that's the best strategy in life. And every time I try, it's just a dribbler up the line. And I'm so slow as it is running. They're always tagging me out.
Okay, I didn't really understand any of that, but I will tell you something. Evan Peters, as a young boy, decided that he was going to make better choices for himself.
Oh, yeah?
I'm always fascinated when anyone gets out of the Midwest or the South because it's very, you know, you can be very comfortable in your surroundings. Like, I don't know what else is out there, but at 15 to say, I don't see any reason why I can't just go try this thing. I mean, that's a big decision to make when you're a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably not smart for my parents to listen to me. That was,
I think it was smart. It seems like it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Knock on wood, you know. It's going good right now. That's good.
Do you feel like you had sort of a pretty standard childhood, or do you feel like did the entertainment business kind of
Ruin me?
for a while?
No, I mean, I had really good friends out here growing up, and you know, sure, we got into trouble sometimes, but we were pretty level-headed, and I think we sort of stayed out of all that bullshit, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in general, do you kind of like it? Seems like you don't really. It seems like you like sort of peace and calm. And
Yes, I do. Yeah, I like calm. I like to stay at home and watch TV or play video games.
What are you playing?
Well, I'm really excited for Fallout 4.
Yes.
I can't even tell you how. Fallout 3 took a year of my life. I'm super ready for Fallout 4 so I can just fall into the abyss of the wasteland. What is it this time around? I haven't...
Boston. I'm very excited.
I'm excited too.
Boys get an accent.
Finding out this guy.
Yeah. Wicked good.
Yeah, talk like that. Yeah, what
I do when I get drunk. I talk like
Ready to
that.
Fallout over here.
Wicked Fallout.
He's a
Wicked Fallout.
Wicked Fallout.
Wicked radiation over there.
You go out that French exit, there's some wicked fallout. You gotta stay in here.
Please let that be the game.
I hope so.
I really want that to be the
We'll
game.
find out if Amazon ever delivers this thing.
That that's coming out. Let's see. What else I got?
Battlefront's coming.
Battlefront's coming. I got Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, nice.
I bought Transformers Devastation because I just wanted to play as the classic Transformers. So
Okay, how is it?
I haven't cracked it out of the plastic yet.
That's cool.
God damn it! How do you make time for yourself? How do you do you forcibly make time? Like, I'm just going to take a Saturday and play games, or do you just sort of take
Yeah, I have plenty of time. I have way too much time. Yeah, it's not that difficult. You know, I don't know. I'm not as busy as a lot of other people in the business, so that's good.
That is good.
Yeah, plenty of time.
I'm so glad that you appreciate your free time too. I
my
was never
God.
good at free time. I was never good.
I
at
love it.
Oh man,
I love it.
I love it now, but I never really appreciated it when I had it. Like, I'm not doing enough. I gotta do more stuff. I gotta do more stuff.
You just got to do it. You got to do it. You got to nurture your inner child.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on.
God damn it.
44.
Shut up. You're 44. What?
What?
It's not even a.
No, I'm not 44.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm 28.
God damn you.
Prove
do you-
it. Where's your long form birth certificate? We're birthers on this program. It's good
Yeah,
to see
everyone who
you.
comes on has got to present a birth certificate. Just make sure everything's on the level. We got to make sure that you're American and that you're not from France.
Kenya or France. Yes, those are the two that we have a big problem with.
Are you? So when Fallout.
Okay.
Nothing matters.
You're an old 32, Matt. You're a really old 32. You give this guy some hope.
You'll be fine.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, this is more nurture than nature right here. Yeah, you don't have
I
to.
see that.
You don't have to. I think it's going to be fun when you start when you actually start directing, when you really start down that path. I think it's going
I need to do it, man. I need to start. I'm going to start with a short. I got to write and direct a short with my buddies, and then sort of go from there. I think that's step one of this whole process.
Do you think it'll be comedy, or do you think it'll be something serious?
Oh, probably comedy. Comedy's so much more fun to shoot.
Yeah.
I think start there, and then maybe go into a drama. I don't know.
Do you feel more vulnerable showing people your work as a director than as an actor?
I don't know, because I've never done it before. I feel pretty strongly about that I could make some interesting choices and try to be different with it, but I don't know. I'll have to do it first, and then you can decide if it's shit. So we'll see.
Are you okay emotionally if you make something and it doesn't turn out great? Are you like, all right, well, we'll just try something else, or do you take it hard?
Well, I don't know. I've never done it before, so I don't know. But I mean, are you talking like acting wise?
In general, like
acting wise, it's not. I don't know. Like I don't know. It doesn't really bother me if it's shit for some reason, because I just keep going on to the next thing. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, we'll do the next thing. Even if it's good, I'm like, oh, that's great that I was good, but like, well, what am I going to do next? You know, it's like you always got to be thinking about the next thing. You can't ever like take a moment and really look at what happened.
I think that is genuinely the healthiest way to live, because it's so easy to get caught up in everything that it's so good to be able to. I mean, your whole life is just a collection of, some things work, some things don't work, and as long as you can be cool with that, then everything will be fine, ultimately.
Yeah, just work hard, and try to do your best.
But it is interesting that I don't know, just the business attracts such a specific type of personality, and you just see people get so crazy and in their heads about stuff.
Right.
You know? Like
It's just unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. I don't understand. There's normal people in the business too.
Absolutely.
Level-headed people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think there's probably a larger than average, like the ratio of people as opposed to other professions.
Yeah. They are few and far between, but when you find them, they're gems.
Yeah.
So you gotta hang on.
It is, because I always say I think it's hard enough to. It's hard enough just to get something going, to get a movie going or to get a television show going. And it's like, on top of that, to have to create more drama within a thing where it's like, can we just make this fucking thing and then everyone just go home and relax?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I think it is, as long as you're, especially if you're sort of the captain of that ship, if you're, one of the higher names in the call sheet, or if you're the director or whatever, I think you really do set that tone. I think that's part of your responsibility to set that tone.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you work on something, do you tend to stay friends with people, or is it like, oh, really good friends while working, and then we never see each other?
That's the sad part, right? You fall out of touch with so many people that you became friends with. It's like camp. You're friends with them for a while, and then you just leave, and you're never friends with them again. But there are people who you do have a genuine connection with, who you stay in touch with, and you're like, oh, I could really be friends with this person, and then you stay in touch with them. It's both.
Yeah.
I definitely say there's more people that I'm not friends with after working with them than I'm friends with. I'm just being honest, but. It's nobody's fault. It's just hard. It's like, you go in knowing that you're probably not going to see these people again. That's the sad part, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, everybody kind of has a wall put up anyway, and you kind of have to push past that wall in order to be real friends with them.
Because it does take effort. It really does take effort.
Yeah.
It takes effort. I feel like
you're like gypsies.
Yeah.
It's a traveling circus everywhere.
You have to set up and rebuild your home every time you go onto a new thing. Okay, here's my little.
Yeah.
What sort of stuff is in your dressing room that sort of? Do you have any little things that sort of follow you everywhere?
I have a book bag that has everything in it, from Gold Bond to mints to books to journals.
Sounds like a bug out bag.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I carry it with me everywhere now. It's got everything in it. So spend the night at someone's house. You got that. It's got everything. Scripts, laptop, iPad, charger, eye drops, all of it. That's kind of my comfort zone. I just got to have my backpack with me.
Being prepared for the apocalypse.
Absolutely.
Not X-Men Apocalypse.
Can of green
the
beans.
actual apocalypse.
Yeah.
You need a can opener and a Swiss Army knife.
He's got gold and U.S. bonds.
Just in case there's currency
Yeah.
issues. Yeah. That's interesting. That is kind of that's like sort of a nomadic preparedness.
Yeah, it's great.
Pack.
I just started doing that a couple years ago, and it's really kind of saved my life in terms of traveling and all that stuff. It's
Do you
great.
keep a lot of stuff in your home? Like
No, I have very little. I have a bed on the. I have an apartment. I have a bed on the ground,
Yep.
and I got a chair from IKEA, and I got a couple bar stools and a Keurig, and
Nice.
that's about it.
And a TV and an Xbox.
I don't have a TV.
Or a PS4. No, dude.
I have a PS4 with no TV right now, so I have to work on that.
Well, you got a lot to do before 30 hits.
I know.
Not really. It just sounds like you just got to get a TV.
Just got to get a TV, man.
I think you got to get the bed off the floor.
There's nothing wrong with having your bed on the
You
floor.
don't need a nightstand if your bed's on the floor.
That's true. The floor is your nightstand, Matt, so shut up. My bed was on my floor for like a year before I finally got a bed frame, and it was fine.
That was a big thing with Dory, my wife, and I. It was actually in her wedding vows about how when she met me, I didn't have nightstands, and it bothered her. And so I went out and got nightstands and stayed until 3 o'clock in the morning building the nightstands.
Oh, that's sweet.
Like,
Yeah,
it was
that's
But I'm just saying, it was her saying, like, grow the fuck up, get some nightstands, get your bed off the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, Evan, and Hardwick.
All right.
He doesn't have to yet.
I'm
No, I'm
28,
just saying, you have
goddammit.
2
Yeah,
years
shut
to
up,
do it.
Matt.
You
Do
have
whatever
2
I
years
want.
of French
over for
exits,
me.
and then you do it.
But you go, kid, go. Take your bug out bed and your gold bond power and just run. Just run as fast as you can. Yeah, no, I don't. I finally got the nightstands.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. I'm fine either way.
You don't mind the bed on the floor?
I literally don't mind either
That's
way.
bizarre.
I have to say the bed on the floor is a little difficult getting up to go pee
Yeah.
in the morning. You really got to
like
take
roll
one
up
knee.
the
Yeah,
whole
you roll
thing.
onto the ground, and then you got to like take one knee and push yourself up.
Plus, when you
And
hit
get a
30,
head
that
rush.
back's not going to be great.
Yeah, it's
The
kinda
first
hard.
time you get like a bed frame, you're just gonna roll off and land on your face. Like, God, fuck, I got a bed.
Yeah, but no nightstands is nice because you don't. I feel like a nightstand just accumulates shit. I just get so much trinkets and rubber bands and like fucking shit. And
I don't know what the fuck
nightstand.
you're doing in your bedroom.
He's right, though. He's right. A nightstand. It's the more places you have to put things, the more you will fill those with things.
Absolutely.
I have a light and a Kindle.
You have 30
Spare
guitars.
chords. That's in my
insane.
office, not
All
on my
right.
nightstand.
Okay. Well, now you're just mincing rooms. But the idea is that if you create places to store junk, you will accumulate more junk.
Absolutely. That's
I don't
the
think
truth.
he's wrong. Evan likes to just keep shit streamlined.
That's
I
right.
get it, but get a nightstand, bro.
No one's ever said that. Get a nightstand, bro. Hey, bro.
I'll work on it.
Bro, you gotta get a nightstand.
Just do it. Change your life.
Yeah.
Make sure you have one on both sides. Don't do this bullshit of shoving your bed up in the corner.
Don't do that thing that married people do to unmarried people.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
you
Let
gotta
know.
do.
Just let you know.
Yeah.
Just get a nightstand.
You gotta get one. You get a nightstand. You need to get yourself a baby. You
Yep.
need to, no, what?
I don't want either of those.
Don't make.
Well, you get a baby that's got strong legs. Use that as a nightstand.
All right. Well, that's at least inventive.
They get that soft spot on their head. You can make a divot for your phone.
That's really disturbing.
They're babies. Who gives a
Thoroughly
shit?
disturbing.
They don't know.
You're gonna have babies.
They're not going to
soon.
remember.
You're gonna have babies soon.
We'll try.
All right.
See what happens.
Good for you.
If
How many do you want?
I feel like 2 would be great.
What kind of a boy and a girl? Or
Yeah.
2 boys?
2 girls is fine. 2 boys,
I
whatever.
don't care. All right.
Doesn't matter.
Any combo?
Maybe if they don't know what gender they are, that's fine with me too. I don't give a shit. Just as long as I can mold this person into someone who's like me.
No.
Hey.
There's enough of that. How dare you?
I don't get it. What's the problem?
Nothing. I mean, good idea. Good idea. Yeah, it is interesting when you have a bunch of stuff and you feel like I need all this stuff, and then you get rid of a bunch of stuff and you realize like I really didn't need any of that stuff.
Right.
I really don't need.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to get rid of old clothes, all that shit you don't need. You just got to clear it out. It just creates clutter, and if you don't use it, get rid of it. Screw it. I don't need it.
It sounds like your apartment's a place you just go to maybe shower off every once in a while.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like it's more of an office than anything. I go there and work, and then kind of leave.
Yeah.
Sleep there sometime.
Are you writing anything? Are you writing anything?
No.
No. But you will.
No. I would love to. It's so fucking hard, though. I don't know how you guys do it. It's so hard. It's hard.
just
Are you guys writing anything
stare.
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I mean, really, really difficult. I could maybe brainstorm or spitball.
Sure,
I don't know if I
that's
could
fun.
actually sit down and write anything. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's, I think, when you collaborate with someone, you find someone that you like collaborating with that likes to do that part, but maybe doesn't like the brainstorming part.
Yes, that's what I
Then
mean.
you don't have to.
Don't have to do it. Yeah.
No,
That's perfect.
I've written 3 shows since May, and
Wow.
by the end of the year, I hope to have 5.
Oh my God!
And it's
Congrats.
just
That's
like-
amazing. That's really
It gets
amazing.
to be you get muddled. You know, everything sort of muddles together, and you sort of think, is everybody in the same exact voice across all 3 of these scripts? And
Everyone's complaining about nightstands. Ah, fuck.
Get a nightstand, bro.
changed my life. Got a place for my Kindle, charge my phone, glasses go there. It's great. I'm just
What's in
saying.
the drawers? You put anything in the drawers?
The drawers have. You know what's interesting? The drawers.
No.
My wife hates when there's socks around, and I always, when I go to bed, I take my socks off, and I had been putting my socks in the drawer of the nightstand, and I was like, eventually I'll clean these up, and then it's gross. It was just what I
Now
was
it's just
doing.
a weird, dirty sock bomb. It's
Well,
about
it's
to
not.
explode.
It's not because I hadn't looked in there for months. And I'd run out of socks, and I opened the drawer, and they were all clean. My cleaning lady had been just cleaning the
The look on
socks.
Deb's face. The look on your face, Deb, was
Like, they shoved them in the bottom drawer of the thing. I was like, I'm not going to put a hamper over here.
So your cleaning lady cleaned the socks and put them back in
And
the
she
drawer.
folded them up, and they were in there. And I hadn't checked in months. I just noticed that I had run out of socks because every time I go on a trip, I buy a new set. I buy 6 pairs of socks. I don't know why. I just do it so I don't have to do laundry, I guess. So
who fucking needs to grow up now?
I just keep buying socks.
I just
And
buy
don't
new
know, man.
socks. I don't need to
and then,
do any laundry.
I didn't notice, and then the other day it was like a residual check.
See, I'm
showed
on
up in the
Evan's
mail. I was
side.
like, holy shit!
I'm
I
way
didn't
on
know this
Evan's
was
side.
coming.
If you didn't have a nightstand, you wouldn't have a disgusting sock
I
hamper.
didn't, though, is my point. My lovely cleaning lady, Maria, had been taking care of that for me, and I didn't even know it.
Champagne problems.
And caviar dreams?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
whatever.
First world problems, Matt.
It
Like-
wasn't a problem.
My cleaning
It was a
lady's
solution.
taking all of my socks and putting them in.
She
these-
had been doing it without my knowledge because I just forgotten.
You know how they get.
Listen,
Yeah.
Good help is so
she's
hard.
just
to
there
find.
one time a week. It's not like she's there every day, and she's very helpful.
That's too much. One time a week. I like my shit. I find that a cleaning lady always moves my shit somewhere and I can't find it. It destroys me. I can't take it.
Maria's good. She knows where to put stuff.
That's why you have to not have a lot of places to put things so that the options are fewer and then everything just ends up in one place.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think you'll ever move into a house or do you think you...
Yeah, I think eventually. Yeah, one day.
When you're 30,
You say no. Yeah, what probably not. Yeah.
you just be like me. The first almost a year I lived in my house, it was just empty. Just mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
Just like beanbag chair.
Just the echoes of
Get
his
more
sadness.
stuff.
I did get more. I
Get
ended
more
up getting more
stuff
stuff.
and fill
yeah.
it up.
I did all that. I did
Fill it
all
up.
that. Yeah. Now I gotta get rid of that stuff and get all new stuff.
Well, when you double your square footage, you got to get more stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You're gonna have a good time. Although I guess you could just both put your stuff into the one house.
Yeah, that's what we're.
Will
gonna
it
do.
match?
Yeah, our stuff matches.
Wow.
Great,
We have exactly the same taste.
great.
If it's a lot of weird taxidermy, and,
Problem
just
solved.
like sciencey looking stuff. Yeah, it's
Done.
really weird.
Taxidermy, all right.
Yeah, my
like
house
that.
looks like a weird natural history museum. I don't
What
know
kind
why.
of taxidermy do you have?
Just let's see. I have a white moose head and a.
Wow.
Got a puma. I have a bears and Victorian monkeys.
Did you
and-
kill all these, or did you
By hand.
By hand?
No, they were drug dealers. All of these
okay,
animals
amazing.
were drug dealers. No, I did not kill any of them by hand. I could not murder an animal, but I will buy old taxidermy.
That's cool.
They would have died by now
Sure.
anyway.
You're by now, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
These victims would have been dead by
a
now.
very strange trial that we're on right now, but this moose would have died by now anyway. It's all fine.
No, it's good that you have your thing. Your taxidermy is lovely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that. I like the taxidermy. It's interesting. It's
I just like sciencey things. Do you?
Yeah.
Is there any? You don't. So you don't collect anything.
no.
It's probably a better way to go. I'm telling you, man. It's so much smarter. It's
Yeah.
so much smarter. But maybe one of these days you'll just plop down and you'll just start.
I'll start
accumulating.
collecting. Yeah, coins. I don't know.
Yeah, coins.
Get
That's
some
the one to
coins.
go with.
Smaller. Start collecting coins. No, I don't know.
Then you can throw them all away and start over with something.
Coins, maybe stamps.
You can
Just the
spend them.
cool
You
stuff.
can buy things with coins though. After you.
Yeah, but collector coins you don't want to spend on stuff. You just want to stare at them. Look at this
Yeah.
Native American on this quarter.
Ooh,
Ah,
beautiful.
There was a there's a gold dollar pressed in San Francisco that they didn't make too many of, and I was watching. I forget what I was watching, but
Antiques Roadshow.
something like that, and it was now worth like $85,000 for this coin.
Wow. See, there you go. That's
crazy.
Would you sell it or would you keep it?
Would who sell it?
Would you sell it if you had
If
that
I
coin?
had, I don't care about coins, so sure, I'll sell it. If it means nothing to me, why would
how
I
much
keep
did
it?
they pay? How much did they pay to get that coin, or did they just have that?
I feel like
coin
they just
laying around?
had it.
just laying around.
Yeah,
Look at
one
this
of those
coin.
things. You know, it's crazy.
Evan's got his whole life to figure out what he's going to start collecting in his
Yes.
apartment.
Well, I think that maybe coins is not the answer.
All right.
It's a little
Baseball cards. I don't know. What do you collect? What do you collect?
guitars.
Socks?
Guitars.
Oh, guitars. Guitars.
He was accidentally
And
collecting
socks. I was
That was
accidentally
completely unintentional.
Collecting clean socks every week. It was just
Sweet.
filling. It was beautiful.
How many guitars do you have?
35 right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you play guitar?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd be weird if I didn't.
It would be weird.
Real
yeah.
weird.
Are they
But I wouldn't put it past me.
electric, acoustic, all kinds?
All kinds. I'm left-handed, so they're all
oh,
lefties.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
I
Which
collect
makes
sitars. What?
There's a market for that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's
cool, man.
really cool this week. Well, there's some people that just need to collect just to collect, and so they, I have friends who go through periods where it's like, I'm just all about this right now. It's just like they're trying to find their thing,
Yeah.
and then they throw it away and then start over again.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to not throw that away. I've been doing that for 22 years.
Guitars is a pretty cool thing because you can actually play them and do stuff.
Yeah, you can use them.
You could use them.
Unlike
yes.
coins.
Or
where
taxidermy.
You can flip a coin.
if you were to use your dollar gold coin
Yeah.
and spend it in a store, you've just given away $87,000.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, a moose head is not going to come back to life, or conversely, get any more dead.
But you can look at it.
Can definitely look at it.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can look at
You
it
can
for a
sort
while.
of enjoy it
look
for
at
a
that.
bit.
Oh, how about that?
Aesthetically.
Whoa, that's a moose head.
Oh, he was
Yes,
alive at one
aesthetically.
point.
Oh, that was nice.
He had moose hopes and dreams, and now he's on the wall. So what's next for you? You're going to finish American Horror Story in the end of the year, and then are you going to take some time off? Or are you going to go
I
somewhere?
don't know, man. There's some things that I might be doing. I'm not really sure. Hopefully they all pan out. Get financing and all that stuff. So it's
That's
always,
cool.
Always always a gamble trying to figure out if it's going to actually happen or not. But
I really am excited. I think it's cool that you are going to start pursuing comedy, directing, and all that stuff.
Yes.
I'm. That's really exciting to start discovering those things, and it's kind of cool because you really can just go do it. There's no real technological barriers anymore. Everything's
Right.
really simple to do. So it's
final draft.
you just do it on a notebook.
Right.
But I think it's going to be really. I don't know. I think it'd be one of those things where you do it once and you're like, why did I ever act in anything when I could be doing this?
Yeah. Yeah. The creative, mastermind behind it all.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
There's a lot of responsibility, though.
Oh my god. But it'd be fun.
You're going to have people running up to go, what are we supposed to do? What color are these pots supposed to be?
I don't know. Figure it out.
Oh, but you're the director.
Fuck you.
All right.
Well, he's the director. That was the test.
But so what was your social media if people wanted to occasionally when you go on?
My Twitter handle is @tweetsonyourface with a UR, not your. my Instagram handle is Boo Boo Daddy. It's BOO Daddy.
DJ Skittles is your
DJ Skittles. It
News
was
Talk
going to be
Radio.
DJ Skittles, but then I made it Boo Boo Daddy. So now DJ Skittles will be my new podcast
Fantastic.
covering current events.
All the current events,
Yeah.
DJ Skittles style.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to come, and I'm sorry
Thanks,
that
dude.
it didn't work out before, but it all worked out now, and we were able to
did.
reschedule and come back again when X-Men comes out if you want.
I will. Yeah.
Come back when you
definitely.
figure out what you're going to collect.
Thank you. Yes, I will.
That's what
And
we
hopefully
need to
I'll have
figure
written and
out.
directed a short by then, and I can hawk that. And
Yeah, you absolutely should. We would love to help you do that.
Cool.
Honestly. And do you know a lot of comedy people?
No.
Okay.
No. You can introduce me? That'd be great.
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
One of the things that own as a comedy theater. Like,
Yeah.
it's just full of comedy people.
Great.
All the time.
Cool.
Yeah, so any type of comedy, anything, I'm sure there's people I can introduce you to that you would like that
Great.
would love to work on something with you.
Sweet. All right.
There's
cool.
also people you might not be that into, but we get it.
But that's
Right.
part of the process.
You're a grown person.
We're going to make Tinder for writers. Where this is,
Oh my God.
you just,
It's a
you just
$1
write
billion
over-
app.
You just find a,
Did you hear about the app Rumble?
what's Rumble?
It'll like put you in touch with people who also want to fist fight.
No way.
my God. Are you
No
fucking
way.
kidding me?
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh my God. Of course.
So if you need a hobby,
Wow.
So you're right, like, going like, I think I'm gonna hit that guy in the face. I think I hit that guy. I can fucking punch that guy in the face.
I don't know how like super true it is because I only heard about it on like the
Are
first.
you sure this
two-
isn't an Onion article?
I heard about it the first 2 minutes of PTI on ESPN. Like they just